Well, I studied Becky for many years, and, well, it's an understatement to say that from the moment she was first brought here, she was a troubled soul. But you only know part of the story. And what do you remember most clearly about your relationship with David?
The day David broke up with me, I also found out he had been cheating on me.
And how did you feel? What did you do?
I felt betrayed. And I did what any cold-blooded Canadian woman would do. I sought revenge.
How did you do that?
By stalking him and terrorizing him and his new girlfriend.
And what did David do?
He defended himself, and he killed me.
But he didn't really kill you, did he? You faked your own death. People only thought you were dead, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
You went into hiding, and over 20 years later, your twin sister had a meeting with David's friend, a psychiatrist.
Yes.
You said you used mind control to make her attack him with a large stick. Is that right?
Yes.
And David's friend defended himself. He shot your sister, and she died.
That son of a bitch killed Christine, my only sister.
And you sought revenge. You went to his apartment, but he wasn't there.
Why do you keep asking me all these questions? I've told you my story 100 times.
Well, first Becky was mixed in with the regular population here at the institution, but, well, that all changed when she started to get violent. Towards men, mostly.
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm new here. What's your name? Have you been here long? What are you reading? Is it a good book? What's it about? Have you read it before? Do you have a boyfriend?
Becky was put in isolation for the remainder of her stay with us and had no further contact with other patients.
I know you're hurting, Becky. You're shutting us out. You're shutting the world out. But it's our job to keep you healthy. You have to eat and you have to take your medication. Please, take your pills.
No.
You remember what I said, honey. Men are trash. They're nothing but trouble. They should all be gathered up like wheat and set on fire. They'll cause you a whole lot of heartache. They're not worth it, Becky. You remember what your mother said. Stay away from them. They're nothing but trouble.
Becky, my grandfather gave me this watch when I was a little girl. You see, I was a bit like you. I was angry with the world. I had bad relationships. I was depressed all the time. Thinking back, I had nothing to live for. But my grandpa told me that these things won't last. He said that life gets better, and it does. He told me to keep the watch with me always as a reminder that time heals all.
Although I've often blamed my mother and father for my hatred of men, ultimately I take responsibility for my own actions.
Becky would show improvement and healing occasionally, but the pain inside her never went away.
I never meant to hurt anyone, I swear. I know I never took a life, but I destroyed many lives.
Time heals all, Becky. Time heals all.
Now here's the part you've been waiting for, the truth. Becky was abandoned at birth. She ended up in several foster homes and got into a lot of trouble. And at the age of 12, she ended up here. She fantasized about a better life. She dreamed about romance and love. Her story about her relationship with David, his cheating, the breakup, terrorizing him, faking her own death, the return of her twin sister over 20 years later, and Christine's subsequent death at the hands of David's friend who was defending himself. It was all part of Becky's fantasy. It never happened. It was all in her mind. I guess it was just her way of surviving in a world that she felt didn't care about her. Many years later, Becky was transferred to a nursing home not far from her institution. Some say Becky died of a heart attack. I think she died of a broken heart. Time does not always heal all, at least in Becky's case.
You broke my heart, David. All I wanted was to love you and be loved by you, but you ended up breaking my heart. I thought we were going to spend the rest of our lives together.
All her life, Becky wanted one thing and one thing only, to find love. Unfortunately, it was not to be. Becky was buried shortly after. There were no family or friends present for her burial, only a couple of staff from the nursing home. They left flowers and her walking stick.